All right, welcome in. How you doing today?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good, man. If you don't mind, will you give us your Twitch handle and what kind of content you stream?
So my Twitch handle is FadelessHD. I stream a little bit of honestly everything from looter shooters all the way to games like World of Warcraft and so on. So really a variety stream over here.
Nice looter shooters. I'm happy to hear about that, dude. I'm really getting
Oh
into
yeah.
Borderlands 4 right now. I don't know what you're
Oh
playing, but
yes.
I'm
Yep.
having
Yep.
You're playing it
I
too?
mean,
Oh, who are you
yes,
maining right
yes.
now?
I'm a huge Borderlands fan. And
I
I
am a
already knew who
huge
I was gonna
Borderlands
main.
fan. We have to connect after this. Oh my
One hundred
gosh.
percent.
I'm
I'm a
playing
Vex
Harlow
main.
right
I'm
now.
a Vex main. Wow.
Let's
Harlow.
go!
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Listen,
after this, we
if
gotta
there's
make some
ever a
change.
chance for me to go minions, I'm gonna go with like a
Uh-huh.
minion build. I love a good
Oh
minion
man, I'm
build.
right now doing the Harlow Rip Tree, I think, with the like nuclear explosion build. We're
But
definitely
yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to change
That one's
info after this.
disgusting. And like,
It
doesn't that one like also
is.
knock
I'm
you down
early
as
in the
well? Like
game
if
right
it hits
now,
you?
but I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
We're definitely gonna have to change info. Welcome to Q and AI Volume 2 with Elisha and Nova Square. I am the Sax Dragon. Uh, let's see, Fadeless. How long have you been streaming, and what motivated you to start?
So I've honestly been streaming a little over a decade now.
Whoa!
However, yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for I think 7 or 8 years. However, before then I was streaming on different apps on the phone, and then I started streaming on Mixer and YouTube way back when, and then was streaming on Twitch for a while. So I've been around the game for a while, and what really got me into it was watching, people like PewDiePie and so on, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, OG FaZe Clan back in the day, and I was like, I want to be able to do what they do and bring some type of positivity to other people, and it's just always been a strong passion for me. It's as I think it is for many other streamers and gamers. It's just it's something that I'm able to get on, play a game, hang out with my community, and like I forget about everything during that time, and just it's just an escape from reality.
Got you. Um, I mean, I've been streaming maybe 5 years, but it's funny when I started my streaming journey, I'd been working for months and months, getting all the assets and stuff ready for Mixer. And
Yep,
two
yep,
weeks before I was ready to stream, Mixer closed down.
yep.
You should have seen my face. Oh, and
I
those
thought Mixer
assets
was like
weren't
a
one to
really
one.
cool platform too. It was very unique and it was very
Yeah.
different. Um, so
I used to
yeah,
hang
it
out
was
there,
it
and
was
I
sad to
really
see that.
enjoyed the vibe. And I was like,
Yep, so did
"This is
I.
a kind of cool place." And I was getting ready to do it. And I'd done all the things. Like I paid for everything. I used Fiverr and stuff, and I
Yep.
had everything set up and ready to go. Bye bye. And so
Yeah,
I
it
had
sort
to.
of happened out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did. It just happened. They just went away. I mean, that's what a buyout is. I mean, it's the same thing
Yep.
happened with Vine. Which is not streaming.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they
true,
were just
true.
here and then they're just gone. That it can happen, but it was just the fact that it happened literally almost right before I pressed go live for the first time, and after I had paid for everything. So it was just very unlucky. What are some of the specific challenges you were facing when you started streaming, and how did those challenges affect your ability to focus on or enjoy streaming?
Wow. Okay,
And
so
that's going to be a tough one, especially because you were
I
streaming in such a different way
yeah,
using phones.
yeah. So I think that for most people, I think what they would say is streaming to nobody in your stream for so long and just getting used to that. And obviously that there was a little part of that there, but for me personally, it was getting out of my shell. And I knew how important it was to have like a webcam early on. And so when I finally got a webcam, I was using that. and I was super shy, super self-conscious about how I saw myself on camera or how other people did. So my breathing was super slow or like super fast, or I was talking very low. But the best part about it is I was able to gain my confidence through that, and it really helped with self motivation, self confidence, and just my ability to just be able to like talk, or to just sort of like honestly the biggest thing from like not having anybody in your community at first is like it really teaches you how to talk when there's nobody there, and how to just keep things rolling, and how to keep things sort of interesting. So if somebody does pop into your stream, they're like,
You're
"What the
ready.
heck is this guy talking about?" Yeah, exactly. And so like obviously that came with a lot of setbacks early on, but it really grew me into who I am today. So I'm happy I went through those setbacks to get to where I am now.
How did you discover Alicia?
Funny enough, the CEO, he reached out to me on LinkedIn. Um, and so I was like, is this just like a bot, sending me a message about something like this? Because I did post really early on LinkedIn about like my Twitch experience and stuff like that, just because I've been able to work with different businesses, different companies, different partnerships, and so on. And so he came to me with, sort of a proposal and said, hey, could we set up like a time to just chat? And so we did that. And I really loved what he had to talk about with, AI Alicia and the company itself. It's super unique, and in my opinion, way ahead of the game. I really do think AI is here to stay, and this has been a huge part of my stream. I have people in my community that love the AI, and then there's people that like hate it. And the best part is, even the people that hate it, they'll come in, they'll talk with the AI, they'll like go against it, saying stuff, and then the AI will say stuff back to them. It's great because it's really become a part of like our community. So it doesn't really feel like it's just an AI. It feels like it's an actual person of the community, or the personality of our community all together in one. So
What were you hoping Alicia would help with when you first added her to your stream?
um I was honestly hoping, and really where it shines is when there's not too many people in the stream. It's able to really excel by like talking, saying certain stuff, and then when there's people that just like lurking, they'll be like, "Yo, what did that just say?" Or I get like new people that come in and they really think that the AI Alicia is like a real person because of like how realistic it is, and because in my opinion, the coolest thing about this is the AI Alicia is completely different from community to community. And so my community loves to do this thing where they try to break the AI. And so like they're always saying or doing crazy stuff with the AI. I love it. They love it. It's just a really good time. It's really cool to explain to new people when they come in, that it's like, it's an actual AI. I explained that there's ways that they can integrate it into their communities, but yeah, that's really where it shines, is when there's new people or when there's
Yeah.
not a lot of people talking at that time. It's shining there.
Okay, cool. In that case, since we're on that topic, how does Alicia interact with your chat? Is she more active? Is she
Um.
more passive? Is she chatty? Is she sassy? Give us a little bit of
Oh.
a
Oh, she's definitely
overview of your
sassy.
vibe of your Alicia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Our AI is a little sassy. She likes to come with the comebacks all the time. So my chat likes to constantly like say something to the AI. And then like so AI Alicia will say something back, and then they'll try to like top that, but then the AI tops them. And it's awesome because what's also really cool about the AI is it will remember what everybody has said in the stream. So
Yeah.
it's like if somebody said like, "Hey, my birthday's November 15th," and November 15th is coming around, the AI be like, "Hey, can't wait for your birthday here soon," or something like that. And it's really cool. And then when it comes to the comebacks, oh, those get good. It remembers. So we've had some real funny clips from that.
Nice. What was the initial reaction with your community when Elisha first appeared? You maybe like the first week or first month. How was
Yeah,
it
yeah.
received? How was it received?
So it was like sort of mixed signals. People thought it was just like a normal bot, and so I had to explain how it's different. And so it took about a week or two before people started to realize, wow, this is really an AI. And it was really unique to see it go from just like a AI that was explaining, saying pretty normal stuff to gradually over time the AI changing and becoming, part of our community and sounding like me, sounding like everybody in our community. And so I've had some of my community, they've gone to other streamers who use AI Lishi as well, and it's just so different in their community, and they love that aspect. Yeah, I've even had a few people who've tried like the free trial themselves in their own stream, and they've loved it. Yep.
Does your Elisha have its own name, or are you just using Elisha? I'm just curious.
So far, it's just AI Alicia. It just sort of
Okay.
stuck. I think eventually we'll probably change it, but so far we just call her like Alicia.
Okay, yeah. In my channel, my AI Leisha has a name, so mine is Untrained Melody, and I feel like that makes it feel more personal to me and my stream and the other streams that I go into. So it's kind of it can be in chat you feel like you're seeing, but at the same time you could be in a 100 different communities with AI Leisha as the name, and it still is a completely different vibe
Yep.
each time. When I was streaming on my alt channel and I was streaming Baldur's Gate 3, and I had my AI Alicia be a jester that was versed in D&D and those type of
Yep.
mechanics, and that was pretty fun. But it only spoke in ye old English.
My buddy, when he did the when he did the free trial, he did the exact same thing and had it
Okay.
speak in like old English, and like there's ways that you can get the AI to call you like whatever name, and he had it call
Yeah.
him like the king or like Sir Man or whatever. So like you can it gets really good, really funny. Especially when you're playing games like D&D or like World of Warcraft or whatever, and it's like Your Highness, and it really plays a pivotal point in that.
Can you share some fun specific moments involving Elisha and your community? You don't have to go too in depth, but maybe just one really fond memory that you have of an interaction. Take your time. If there's one that you can
I mean there was one time
Okay,
where
go ahead.
I was in game. And like something happened. I died. And so I was just talking to the chat. I was like, all right, I guess we're just gonna have to run it back. And the AI started talking, and it was like, well, this isn't new to us, is it, chat? And so, and so the whole chat was like, oh my god, and like they were like, burn, and
Yeah,
it
I'm
was just
getting
really
burned
funny.
by my bot.
It was funny because I was saying the exact same thing. I was like, there's no shot the AI just turned on me, right? I was like, guys, what's happening right now?
It's Judgment
And
Day.
so, yeah, exactly. I was like, it turned on me. I was like, this is insane. And so, and then my chat from there on out found out that they can at the AI and have it roast me. And so now that's their favorite thing to do. They're like, roast FadelessHD. I'm like, what are we doing, guys?
No.
And the best part is the AI remembers everything, so it brings up pivotal points.
Specific roasts. So not only does
Yep.
it roast you, but it can remember a specific thing that Chatter 3 said about you 3 months ago
Yep.
and bring that back
Yep.
into it. That's terrible. That's great though. What are some of your goals for your channel this year?
Goals is always like it's always difficult to like sort of put like a pinpoint on it. I mean,
really,
my
but
goal
make
is
it
to
personal. It doesn't have to be numbers or anything. It's what you're looking
Yeah,
to do.
yeah.
What do you want to do with the rest of the time that we have in 2025? It's not even that much. We got 3 months, but
yeah, I know, which is crazy to think. Honestly, the goals for this year have already been, far surpassed.
Okay.
It's really just been, spending a lot of time with my community, doing some like fun events for both me and them, and just trying. My overall goal, with streaming has always been to like, try to make people laugh and have a good time. Um, just because like if I'm able to act a little funny or do something interesting that people just aren't expecting, like one day I was in a maid outfit, sometimes they just don't expect it, expect the unexpected, and full wig, the whole shebang. And if I'm able to
Maidenless
make somebody
HD.
like, yeah, dude, people wait, before I had a significant other, people used to call me maidenless HD.
Oh
So
no.
that was even better.
That was even
But
better.
I mean, what I love doing is just like making people forget about whatever's going on in their life, even if it's for like 15 seconds. They're looking at the screen, they're like, "What the heck is this guy doing?" Like for that 15 seconds, they're not thinking about anything, and that's always been my main goal there. And my biggest goal right now till like the end of 2025 is just keep bringing the best type of content I can to my community, and you know just expanding that.
Would you recommend Elisha to other streamers? Why?
Yeah, I do it all the time. I always recommend, like, no matter what, like, even if they don't want to use it, just try the free trial. Like, you have nothing to lose. Um and so many of my buddies who have tried it, they ended up loving it. And especially I highly recommend this to like smaller streamers, because this is like crucial. It's something that every small content creator would love, is just like something in there to just keep chatting with you, to keep you chatting as well, and or just to make it look like there's other stuff going on, because for the most part not a lot of people will come in and be like, is that they'll overall just think it's a real person to begin with. However, if it's also helping you talk and navigate different discussions, that's awesome, because it can be very hard to just be talking to yourself. So with AI Alicia there, it can keep you on your toes, keep you talking, and just make it always look like things are popping off, things are going on. So it can make it easier for somebody who may just be clicking on your stream, lurking, to start talking and really help with that discussion.
Yeah, I mostly got Elisha to start to help me to talk more in chat, especially as a person
Mm-hmm.
coming from a music background but not a vocal background. So I'm not a singer and I don't do much mic and crowd work. So starting off, I'm not really comfortable with just talking and just yapping, especially to no one or about every little thing that I do. So
Yeah,
Elisha really
it,
helps
it
me in that
it
way
takes a
to
while
get a
to really.
conversation going or to keep me in that lane and be like, hey, this isn't just practice at home. You put on a show for the people. Make sure you talk to
Yeah,
them. So I
yeah.
definitely
I
feel
mean,
that.
it's a skill that takes a long time to hone. For me, it
Yeah,
took
yeah.
like 3 years, and that was between like YouTube, Mixer, Twitch, constantly doing that, and just like learning and just getting used to seeing myself on the camera, seeing myself, when I'm looking back on the videos, seeing what I can improve, and it's amazing what just streaming can do, honestly, for even your own like health and well-being, and just really excelling some of your skills.
If you had to describe AI Alicia in one sentence, what would you say?
Gosh, it's
It don't have to be just one sentence.
it's it,
Somebody
it's
gave me a
honestly like
sentence
I'm.
yesterday with 15 commas. You do you.
Wow. Wow. Okay. It's honestly like a magical Jackbox. It has everything and anything in it, and the best part is you never know what's gonna come out of it, and that's what makes it really fun. You never know what it's gonna say next. You never know
Yeah.
what's gonna happen,
And that
or what's gonna go
unpredictability
down.
is really good.
And exactly, and like some of the best clips I have are from like the AI just like throwing everybody off. Like, wait, what did it just say? Or like, what just happened? So we have some good ones. Yep.
Nice, nice. All right, we're nearing the end of this. What's one piece of advice you'd give to small streamers trying to grow in the current landscape that we face with Twitch in September 2025?
Gotcha. Yeah, no, I mean that's it's a question you get a lot, honestly, and in my opinion, the best thing you could do is definitely stream. Like obviously you want to stream, so get into it. Just start. You don't need to start with a webcam. You don't need to start with a bunch of, stuff. You don't need to be flashy. Just start streaming. I started streaming on my phone and then went to streaming on my like 360. Didn't have a, didn't have a webcam or anything, but that's just where you got to start. And so just give it a go. But the best thing to do right now in 2025 is honestly short form content. So, obviously doing like TikToks, YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts are really good right now. Focus on making videos rather than, focusing all your time on streaming and so on. Because that will ultimately help bring people from those videos, from those YouTube Shorts and so on into your community over on Twitch and so forth. I'd also say, try to stay away from like those self-promotion areas. They may look very attractive, however, it's really not going to be super beneficial. Most of the people that go to those sections are really just people trying to self-promote their own channels, and sometimes when people do join those streams, they can be pretty rude. So if you're trying to not get those pretty rude people, I'd stay away from those ones and then just try to work on just growing authentically. But I will say, it is 2025. Streaming is very saturated, so it's going to be difficult. But as long as you're, in it for the right reasons, you're passionate about it, you're not in it just for the money, you're going to have a great time. You're going to make some great friends, great memories, and you're never going to want to stop. Let me tell you.
All right. This is the last question. Do you have any last words that you want to convey to the viewers of this? It could be to your community. It could just be to small streamers or any streamers, or to this, to Matt and Diella, the CEOs. Whatever you want to say, this is your time to say it.
Honestly, I'm excited to see what's coming next. They're always revamping the dashboard, always revamping a lot of other things. I know they're always looking out for the people. They take feedback in. I know they even changed some of the prices. They're always looking out for the creators and everyone else. And I know as a business, they got to be able to make money, but they're ultimately looking out for the people and what's best for them. And when I saw that they were able to change the prices a little bit lower, that was awesome to see. And people do recognize that, and they do appreciate that.
All right, well, they'll know it when they see when they start editing this. It was a pleasure to have you on, Fadeless.
Thank you
so much for being one of our partners as well. We love.
Of course, it's been an amazing ride, and I'm very grateful that I was able to be a part of this. Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, we'll catch you next time.
All right, sounds great.